Welcome back to the Interplanar Fighting Championships, where D&D monsters battle for bragging rights. Our first matchup in the CR5 tournament pits the Gorgon versus our CR4 champion, Mind Drinker Vampire. Who's gonna win? There's only one way to find out. We gotta roll! The Mind Drinker Vampire will be up first. Gonna cast their 3 times a day spell, Mirror Image. 3 illusory duplicates of yourself appear in your space. Each time a target hits you with an attack, roll a d20 to determine whether the attack targets you or one of the duplicates. The Gorgon's turn. Gonna use their Petrifying Breath. Exhales petrifying gas in a 30-foot cone. Each creature must succeed on a DC 13 Constitution saving throw. A 4+1 is gonna fail, which means the Mind Drinker Vampire begins to turn to stone and is restrained. The Mind Drinker Vampire's turn. Gonna use Mind Siphon. Targets a creature it can see. That target must make a DC 14 Intelligence saving throw. A 16 minus 4 is gonna fail. 8d6 psychic damage. 27 points of psychic damage. At the end of the Mind Drinker Vampire's turn, they must repeat the saving throw against Petrifying Breath. If the Mind Drinker Vampire fails, they will become petrified and the Gorgon will be victorious. Oh man, that is gonna fail. The Mind Drinker Vampire becomes petrified and the Gorgon waltzes into the second round. Arcane Anthems called it Petrified Mind Drinker Vampire, and just like that, it's over. And the Gorgon is moving on to the next round. Our next matchup in our CR5 tournament pits the Salamander versus Ruin Grinder. Who's gonna win? There's only one way to find out. We gotta roll. The Salamander will be up first. Gonna do their multi-attack. 1 spear and 1 tail attack. First the tail. A 14+7 is gonna hit. The Ruin Grinder is now grappled and restrained by the Salamander. So now their spear attack with advantage. An 8+7 is gonna miss. 2d6+4 bludgeoning plus 2d6 fire. But the Ruin Grinder has a feature called Fire Absorption. Whenever the Ruin Grinder is subjected to fire damage, it regains a number of hit points equal to half the fire damage dealt. 12 points of bludgeoning damage, 5 points of fire damage, so the Ruin Grinder regains 2 hit points. The Ruin Grinder's turn. They're gonna use their multi-attack. 2 excavator attacks. Disadvantaged because they are restrained. A 2+9 is gonna miss. A 15+9 is gonna hit. If the target is a huge or smaller creature, which the Salamander is, it must succeed on a DC 17 strength saving throw or be pushed up to 10 feet away and knocked prone. This is important because this would break the grapple. A 13+4 is gonna succeed. 2d6+6 force damage. 14 points of damage. The Salamander has a feature called Heated Body. A creature that touches or hits the Salamander with a melee attack within 5 feet takes 2d6 fire damage. 3 points of fire damage, so the Ruin Grinder heals 1 hit point. The Salamander's turn. Because the Salamander is grappling the Ruin Grinder, the Salamander can automatically hit with its tail attack. So let's just do their spear attack with advantage. A 12+7 is gonna hit. 2d8+4 piercing plus 2d6+4 bludgeoning plus a total of 3d6 fire damage. 32 points of piercing and bludgeoning damage. Now the fire damage. 9 points of damage, so the Ruin Grinder heals 4 hit points. The Ruin Grinder's turn. They're gonna make 2 excavator attacks. Disadvantage due to restrained. A 6+9 is gonna hit. Let's see if the Salamander is pushed 10 feet away and knocked prone. DC 17 strength saving throw. A 4+4 is gonna fail. So the Ruin Grinder is no longer restrained, and they're gonna do their second excavator attack at advantage. An 11+9 is gonna hit. 46+12 force damage. 30 points of force damage. And the Ruin Grinder takes 46 fire damage from Heated Body. 12 points of fire damage, so the Ruin Grinder heals 6 hit points. The Salamander's turn. The Salamander's gonna get up from prone and do their tail attack. Okay, that is a natural 20. The Ruin Grinder is now grappled and restrained. Now let's do their spear attack. A 15+7 is gonna hit. That's a very bad roll. 21 points of piercing and bludgeoning damage. 17 points of fire damage, so the Ruin Grinder heals 8 hit points. The Ruin Grinder's turn. They're gonna do 2 excavator attacks. Disadvantage from restrained. A 9+9 is gonna hit. DC 17 strength saving throw. A 2 plus 4 means the Salamander is no longer grappling the Ruin Grinder and is now prone. Second Excavator attack at advantage. Another 9 plus 9 is gonna hit. 22 points of force damage. 46 fire damage from heated body. 10 points of fire damage. The Ruin Grinder heals 5 hit points. The Salamander's turn. They're gonna get up from prone and do their tail attack. Oh, that might just do it. That is a natural 1. Now their spear attack. An 11 plus 7 is gonna hit. 9 points of piercing damage and 3 points of fire damage. Ruin Grinder heals 1 hit point. The Ruin Grinder's turn. First Excavator attack, advantage because of the nat 1. A 10 plus 9 is gonna hit. DC 17 strength saving throw. A 5 plus 4 is gonna fail. Second Excavator attack, advantage because of prone. A 17 plus 9 is gonna hit. A total of 12 on 4d6, and the Salamander will go down. Ooh, easily. 31 points of damage. The Ruin Grinder defeats the Salamander. Goodness me, that was so much fun. What a terrible matchup for the Salamander. The Ruin Grinder had their number from the start. And the Ruin Grinder is moving on to the next round. Moving along in our CR5 tournament, we have the Young Deep Dragon versus Sagin Baron. Who's gonna win? There's only one way to find out. We gotta roll. The Young Deep Dragon will be up first. It's gonna use their Nightmare Breath. Exhales a cloud of spores in a 30-foot cone. Each creature must make a DC 14 Wisdom saving throw. That is a natural 1. That is gonna fail. 4d10 psychic damage and is frightened of the dragon for 1 minute. Woo! Good roll there. 28 points of psychic damage. The Sagin Baron's turn. Because the Sagin Baron is frightened, they cannot move closer to the Deep Dragon. So the Sagin Baron's gonna hold their action until the Deep Dragon is within melee range. At the end of their turn, a frightened creature can repeat the Nightmare Breath saving throw. DC 14 Wisdom saving throw. There we go. A 17 plus 4 is gonna save. The Young Deep Dragon's turn. Let's see if Nightmare Breath recharges. Nightmare Breath does not recharge. So the Deep Dragon's gonna move into melee range with the Baron, which will activate their held action. They're gonna make a trident attack. A 12 plus 7 is gonna hit. 2d8 plus 4 piercing damage. 15 points of piercing damage. Now the Young Deep Dragon's gonna use their multi-attack, 1 bite and 2 claw attacks. An 8 plus 7 is going to miss with a claw, so that has 1 bite and 1 claw hit. 1d10 plus 4 piercing, plus 1d6 poison, plus 1d6 plus 4 slashing. 24 points of damage. The Sagin Baron's turn. They're going to use their multi-attack, 1 bite, and 2 trident attacks. They also have a feature called Blood Frenzy. The Sagin has advantage on melee attack rolls against any creature that doesn't have all its hit points. First the bite. A 15 plus 7 is going to hit. Trident attack 1 hits, and Trident attack number 2 hits. 48 plus 2d4 plus 12 piercing damage. 31 points of piercing damage. The Young Deep Dragon's turn. Nightmare Breath does not recharge. 1 bite and 2 claw attacks. A 4 plus 7 misses, a 9 plus 7 hits, so 1 bite and 1 claw hit. A total of 16 on these dice, and the Sagin Baron is down. Okay, that is not going to do it. 23 points of damage. The Baron is up with 1 hit point. Oh my goodness. I don't know if the Baron can win. It is now their turn. 1 bite and 2 trident attacks, all at advantage. They're going to need some crazy crits here. Bite attack. A 13 plus 7 is going to hit. Okay, that is a crit on Trident attack number 1. Their Blood Frenzy Trident attack number 2. If they could get another crit, this is real. This is real. Not a crit, but a hit. If the Baron wants to take out the Deep Dragon, they need a total of 35 on these dice. Possible, but improbable. Let's roll. Let's roll. That's not gonna do it. That is a total of 38 points of damage. Wow, oh wow. That was close, but not enough good rolls. The Young Deep Dragon's turn. Nightmare Breath does not recharge. 1 bite and 2 claw attacks. On a hit, the Young Deep Dragon defeats the Baron. They need one of these D20s to be a 9 or higher. All 3 attacks hit. The Sahuagin Baron goes down, and the young deep dragon is victorious. Represent the dragons. The dragons historically have not been doing well in the CR tournaments, and Arcane Anthem's champion, the Sahuagin Baron, goes down in round 1. Blame it on the dice. It wasn't you. It's always the dice's fault. And the young deep dragon is moving on to the next round. Continuing with our CR5 tournament, our next matchup is the Fadar versus Mindwitness. Who's gonna win? There's only one way to find out. We gotta roll! The Fadar will be up first. Gonna use their multi-attack. 1 bite and 1 claw attack. An 8 plus 7 is exactly what they need to hit, so both attacks will hit. 3d8 plus 4 piercing plus 3d6 plus 4 slashing. Whoa. Whoa. Both the D8 and the D6s rolled the exact same thing. Now that is fun. 30 points of damage. The Mindwitness's turn. They're going to use their multi-attack and do 3 eye rays. Eye ray number 1 is a Psychic Ray. DC 13 Intelligence saving throw. A 19 on the dice will save. Eye ray number 2 is a Telekinetic Ray. DC 13 Strength saving throw. A 9 plus 4 is gonna save. The final ray is a Fear Ray. DC 13 Wisdom saving throw. Okay, a 2 plus 6 is gonna fail. The Fadar is now frightened. Given that the Fadar is frightened of the Mindwitness is gonna leave the Faladar's melee range. The Fadar gets an attack of opportunity at disadvantage because they are frightened. Oh, and that is a natural 1. Now the Faladar's turn. Because they are frightened, they cannot move closer to the Mindwitness. They're going to hold a bite attack if the Mindwitness comes within melee range. And at the end of their turn, they can repeat the saving throw for the Fear Ray. DC 13 Wisdom saving throw. A 6 plus 6 is gonna fail. The Fadar is still frightened. The Mindwitness's turn. Given the Faladar's natural 1, the Mindwitness is gonna go in for their multi-attack, 1 bite and 1 tentacle attack. The Faladar's held action will trigger as the Mindwitness gets within melee range. Disadvantage bite attack. And that is another natural 1. The Mindwitness will have advantage on both the bite and tentacle attacks. First, the tentacles. Oh my goodness, that is huge. That is a critical hit with the tentacles. Let's do their bite. A 5 plus 5 is gonna miss with the bite. 8d8 plus 2 psychic damage. 37 points of psychic damage. And if the target is large or smaller, it is grappled. The Fadar also must make a DC 13 intelligence saving throw or be restrained. We're spinning. What's it gonna be? A 13 plus 0 is gonna save. The Mindwitness is gonna let go of the grapple and move away from the Fadar. The Faladar's turn. They are still frightened of the Mindwitness. They cannot move closer. They're gonna hold a bite attack. And at the end of their turn, they can make another DC 13 Wisdom saving throw against Fear Ray. Oh my goodness. A 3 plus 6 is gonna fail. The Mindwitness's turn. They're gonna stay at range and use 3 eye rays. Eye ray number 1 is a Telekinetic Ray. DC 13 Strength saving throw. A 7 plus 4 is gonna fail. The Mindwitness moves the Fadar 30 feet in any direction, so they're gonna move the Fadar 30 feet straight up. The Fadar will be in the telekinetic grip until the start of the Mindwitness's next turn. Ray number 2 is a Stunning Ray. DC 13 Constitution saving throw. A 4 plus 3 is gonna fail. Oh my gosh, we're stacking rays. The Fadar is now stunned. The final ray is a Slowing Ray. DC 13 Dexterity saving throw. A 17 plus 6 is gonna pass. Now the Faladar's turn. They are 30 feet in the air, frightened and stunned. They cannot do anything. At the end of the Faladar's turn, DC 13 Wisdom saving throw for frightened. A 6 plus 6 is gonna fail. They are still frightened. What the heck is going on? Now for the Stunning Ray, DC 13 Constitution saving throw. Okay, an 18 plus 3 is gonna pass. They are no longer stunned. The Mindwitness's turn. At the start of their turn, Telekinetic Ray drops, and the Fadar falls 30 feet, taking 3d6 fall damage. 7 points of fall damage. The Mindwitness is gonna use 3 eye rays again. Eye ray number 1 is a Stunning Ray. DC 13 Constitution saving throw. A 5 plus 3 is gonna fail. The Fadar is now stunned. Eye ray number 2 is a fear ray. The Fadar is already frightened, so that's going to have no effect. The final ray is a telekinetic ray, and because the Fadar is stunned, they automatically fail strength saving throws, which means the Mind Witness picks up the Fadar again and moves it 30 feet directly up into the air. Oh my goodness. Okay, now the Faladar's turn. They're afraid, stunned, and restrained 30 feet in the air. At the end of their turn, DC 13 Wisdom saving throw for frightened. And an 8 plus 6 is a 14. The Fadar is no longer frightened. Wow. Good for them. DC 13 con saving throw for stunned. And that's a 3 plus 4. The Fadar remains stunned. It is now the Mind Witness's turn. At the start of their turn, telekinetic ray ends. The Fadar falls 30 feet, taking 3d6 damage. 12 points of fall damage. With the Fadar still stunned, the Mind Witness is going to go in for 1 bite and 1 tentacle attack. First up, the tentacles. A 12 plus 5 is exactly what they needed to hit. Advantage bite attack. A 14 plus 5 is gonna hit. This could be it. 46 plus 2 piercing plus 48 plus 2 psychic. A total of 33 on these dice, and the Mind Witness defeats the Fadar. Let's do some math. 36 on the dice plus 4 is a total of 40 points of damage. And with that, the Mind Witness defeats the Fadar. Oh, that was madness. Probably one of the craziest fights in IFC history. Man, I thought the Fadar had it with their first strikes, but man, the Mind Witness just too many tricks up their sleeve. And the Mind Witness is moving on to the next round. Our next bout in our CR5 tournament pits the Hill Giant versus Triceratops. Who's gonna win? There's only one way to find out. We gotta roll. The Triceratops will be up first. It's gonna make a gore attack and use their trampling charge feature. If the Triceratops moves at least 20 feet straight towards the creature and hits it with a gore attack, the target must succeed on a DC 13 strength saving throw or be knocked prone. If the target is prone, the Triceratops can make 1 stomp attack as a bonus action. A 17 plus 9 is gonna hit. DC 13 strength saving throw. Okay. A 3 plus 5 is gonna fail. The Hill Giant is now prone, and the Triceratops can make a stomp attack at advantage. A 19 plus 9 is gonna hit. 48 plus 6 piercing damage plus 3d10 plus 6 bludgeoning damage. Woohoo! Okay, math time. 49 points of damage. The Hill Giant's turn. They're gonna use their multi-attack and make 2 great club attacks. A 4 plus 8 is gonna miss, so that is 2 misses. Oh my goodness. Now the Triceratops' turn. The Triceratops is gonna hold their ground and make a gore attack. A 5 plus 9 is gonna hit. 48 plus 6 piercing damage. 23 points of damage. The Hill Giant's turn. 2 more great club attacks. A 6 plus 8 is gonna hit, so that is 2 hits. 68 plus 10 bludgeoning damage. 39 points of damage. The Triceratops' turn. They're just gonna make another gore attack. A 15 plus 9 is gonna hit. 24 points of damage. The Hill Giant's turn. 2 more great club attacks. Let's be honest here. They probably need a crit to stand a chance. Let's see. Oh no. That is a critical miss and 1 hit. 17 points of bludgeoning damage. The Triceratops' turn. They're gonna make a gore attack at advantage because of that nat 1. On a hit, minimum damage will take out the Hill Giant. And that is a 9 plus 9, and 18 hits the Hill Giant. And with that, minimum damage takes out the Hill Giant, and the Triceratops is victorious. Some terrible rolls by the Hill Giant, and the Triceratops representing the dinosaurs. That was a good win. And the Triceratops is moving on to the next round. Continuing with our CR5 tournament, our next matchup is the Night Scavver versus Cold Light Walker. Who's gonna win? There's only one way to find out. We gotta roll. The Night Scavver will be up first. It's gonna make a bite attack. Okay, that is a natural 20. 8d10 plus 5 piercing damage. 55 points of damage. The Cold Light Walker's turn. They're gonna start with their bonus action, Blinding Light. The Walker sheds bright light in 20-foot radius. Target one creature in its light and force it to succeed on a DC 14 Constitution saving throw or be blinded until the start of the Walker's next turn. 18 plus 3, that is gonna save. 2 slam attacks. A 17 and an 18 plus 5 both hit. 48 plus 4 bludgeoning damage plus 8d6 cold damage. 56 points of damage. The Night Scavver's turn. They're gonna make a bite attack. The Night Scavver gets advantage if a creature is missing any hit points. Oh my gosh, I thought that missed. But a 5 plus 8 is a 13. Exactly what they needed to hit. This could be it, folks. A total of 22 on 4d10, and the Cold Light Walker is down. Oh my goodness. A total of 21 on the dice plus 5. 26 points of damage. And the Cold Light Walker is still up. The Cold Light Walker's turn. First, Blinding Light. DC 14 Constitution saving throw. A 13 plus 3 is gonna save. The Night Scavver is not blinded. Cold Light Walker's gonna make 2 slam attacks. An 11 plus 5 is gonna hit. That is 2 hits. The Cold Light Walker has a chance here. Let's roll. Hit number 1 does 23 points of damage. A total of 33 on these dice, and the Night Scavver will be down. That is not it. And with 23 points of damage, the Night Scavver is still up. The Night Scavver's turn. An advantage bite attack. The Cold Light Walker needs both of these dice to be a 4 or lower. Let's see. And a 3 plus 8 would miss, but an 11 plus 8 with advantage does hit. And with that, minimum damage takes down the Cold Light Walker. Whoa! The Cold Light Walker hits hard, but the Night Scavver with that first crit was massive. And the Night Scavver is moving on to the next round. Our second to last matchup in round 1 of our CR5 tournament pits the Mezoth versus Bandhob. Who's gonna win? There's only one way to find out. We gotta roll! The Mezoth will be up first. Gonna enter the Bandhob's melee range and cast their once a day spell, Cloud Kill, on top of themselves. Create a 20-foot radius sphere of poisonous yellow-green fog centered on a point you choose within range. When a creature starts its turn there, that creature must make a DC 11 Constitution saving throw. The creature takes 5d8 poison damage on a failed save or half as much damage on a successful one. The Mezoth is immune to poison damage, so won't take any damage from this spell, and they are now concentrating on Cloud Kill. Now the Bandhob's turn. At the start of their turn, DC 11 Constitution saving throw. A 4 plus 5 is gonna fail. 24 points of damage. The Bandhob's gonna use their multi-attack. 1 bite and 1 tongue attack. First the bite. Oh no, that is bad news. That is a natural 1. Now their tongue attack. An 8 plus 8 is going to miss. The Mezoth's turn. They're going to do a multi-attack. 1 claw and 1 trident attack. First, their claw attack at advantage. A 17 plus 7 is going to hit. Now their trident attack. A 7 plus 7 is going to miss. 2d4 plus 4 slashing damage. 7 points of slashing damage. The Bandhob's turn. First, a DC 11 Constitution saving throw from Cloud Kill. A 16 plus 5 is going to save. 21 points of damage, half to 10. 1 bite and 1 tongue attack. A 16 plus 8 is gonna hit, which means the Mezoth is now grappled and restrained. Tongue attack at advantage. A 7 plus 8 is gonna miss. 3d6 plus 5 piercing damage. 13 points of piercing damage, but the Mezoth is resistant to non-magical piercing damage, so that's only gonna be 6 points of damage. The Mezoth has to make a DC 10 concentration check. A 12 plus 3 is gonna pass. Now the Mezoth's turn. The Mezoth's gonna use their teleport action. Magically teleports up to 60 feet to an unoccupied space it can see. They're gonna teleport and remain in the Cloud Kill spell, and so they are no longer grappled or restrained by the Bandhob. The Bandhob's turn. DC 11 Constitution saving throw. We're spinning, baby. We're spinning. We're spinning. Do it with me. That's a natural 1. 24 points of poison damage. Bandhob's gonna do 1 bite and 1 tongue attack. A 17 plus 8's gonna hit. The Mezoth is now grappled and restrained again. They needed a big hit right there. That is a natural 20 on the tongue. First the bite, 3d6 plus 5 piercing damage. 15 points of piercing damage, halved to 7. DC 10 concentration check. And a 5 plus 3 is going to fail, which means the Mezoth loses concentration on Cloud Kill. Now for the crit tongue attack. 6d6 necrotic damage. That's some 6s. 25 points of necrotic damage. The Mezoth's turn. They're going to do the same thing as before and teleport out of the Bandhob's mouth. And it is now the Bandhob's turn. 1 bite and 1 tongue attack. A 16 plus 8 is going to hit. Advantage tongue attack. Oh my goodness. A 1 and a 2. Terrible roll. 9 points of piercing damage, halved to 4. The Mezoth's turn. They have a tough decision to make. They're going to go for another teleport out of the Bandhob's mouth. The Bandhob's turn. 1 bite and 1 tongue attack. Another 16 plus 8 is going to hit. Now the tongue attack with advantage. A 19 plus 8 is going to hit. 15 points of piercing damage, halved to 7. Ooh, 16 points of necrotic damage. The Mezoth's turn. Their back is against the ropes. They have to go for it. 1 claw and 1 trident attack. At disadvantage. First the claw. A 16 plus 7 is gonna hit. If the trident attack hits, they have a real chance to take the Bandhob down. Let's see. Oh my goodness. 2 17s. The trident attack's gonna hit. An 11 on 2d4 and 1d6. And the Bandhob will be down. Let us roll. That is not it. 14 points of damage. The Bandhob's turn. Gonna make a bite attack and a tongue attack, both at advantage. An 8 plus 8 is gonna miss on the bite. Advantage tongue attack. Oh my gosh. Okay. 18 plus 8 is going to hit with the tongue. A 10 on these 3 dice. And the Bandhob will defeat the Mezoth. What the heck? This is wild. That is 9. 9 points of necrotic damage. And the Mezoth is up with 1 hit point remaining. Oh my goodness. The Mezoth's turn. 1 claw and 1 trident attack, both at disadvantage. They just need a hit. They need the lower of these 2 dice to be an 8 or higher. Okay. Let's see. Oh my goodness. And that's a nat 20 and a 17 plus 7. That hits. Minimum damage takes out the Bandhob, and the Mezoth is victorious. Oh my gosh. That was so wild. The Mezoth had it, and then the tides turned. The Bandhob had the Mezoth on the ropes. The Bandhob could not finish the job. The Mezoth could. Oh my gosh, that's an IFC match, folks. Now that's an IFC match. And the Mezoth is moving on to the next round. Our final round 1 matchup of our CR5 tournament pits the Earth Elemental versus Dunbar Witch. Who's gonna win? There's only one way to find out. We gotta roll. The Dunbar Witch will be up first. The Dunbar Witch is gonna use their multi-attack, makes 2 poison dagger attacks. It can replace one of these attacks with spell casting. They're gonna cast their once a day spell, Bestow Curse. Touch a creature. That creature must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or become cursed for the duration. DC 16 wisdom saving throw. A 12 plus 0 is gonna fail. While cursed, the target must make a wisdom saving throw at the start of each of its turns. If it fails, it wastes its action that turn doing nothing. The witch is concentrating on Bestow Curse and now is gonna make a poison dagger attack. An 8 plus 5 is gonna miss. The Earth Elemental's turn. DC 16 wisdom saving throw. That's a natural 1, which means the Earth Elemental can't do anything this turn. The Dunbar Witch's turn. They're going to use their action, Shattered Shards. Targets a point it can see within 30 feet. The air there magically solidifies into a mirror-like pane, then shatters in a 15-foot cone. Each creature must make a DC 16 dexterity saving throw. A 12 minus 1 is going to fail. 10d4 force damage. 19 points of force damage. The Earth Elemental's turn. DC 16 wisdom saving throw. A 13 plus 0 is gonna fail. The Earth Elemental does nothing on their turn. The Dunbar Witch's turn. Another Shattered Shards. DC 16 dexterity saving throw. A 2 minus 1 is a 1. That's gonna fail. 23 points of force damage. The Earth Elemental's turn, DC 16 Wisdom saving throw. A 10 plus 0 is gonna fail. The Earth Elemental does nothing with their action. This Bestow Curse is brutal. The Dunbar Witch's turn, they're gonna use Shattered Shards, DC 16 Dexterity saving throw. A 7 minus 1 is gonna fail. 20 points of force damage. The Earth Elemental's turn, DC 16 Wisdom saving throw. A 5 plus 0 is gonna fail. They do nothing on their turn. The Dunbar Witch's turn, Shattered Shards, DC 16 Dexterity saving throw. And that's a nat 20 on the Dex saving throw, so they take 10d4 force damage halved. 23 points of force damage halved to 11. The Earth Elemental's turn, DC 16 Wisdom saving throw. A 12 plus 0 is gonna fail. They do nothing on their turn. The Dunbar Witch's turn, Shattered Shards, DC 16 Dexterity saving throw. A 4 minus 1 is gonna fail. 22 points of force damage. The Earth Elemental's turn, DC 16 Wisdom saving throw. They need to save. They just have to make this interesting for us. That is not going to do it. The Earth Elemental does nothing. The Earth Elemental does nothing. The Dunbar Witch's turn. Shattered Shards, DC 16 Dexterity saving throw. A 5 minus 1 is a fail. 26 points of force damage. It's now the Earth Elemental's turn. This is their last chance. DC 16 Wisdom saving throw. They need to roll a 16 or higher, which is very possible. They should be able to do it. Let's see. And an 18 on the dice, the Earth Elemental saves from Bestow Curse. And in round 7, they can finally take an action. They're going to do a multi-attack, 2 slam attacks. And a 3 plus 8's gonna miss, but one of those is gonna hit. 2d8 plus 5 bludgeoning damage. 11 points of bludgeoning damage. The witch must make a DC 10 concentration check. And that's an 18 plus 0. The witch is still concentrating on Bestow Curse. The witch's turn, Shattered Shards, DC 16 Dexterity saving throw. Of course they're gonna fail. And with minimum damage, the Earth Elemental goes down. We've had a lot of good fights in the IFC. This tournament, we've had plenty of amazing fights. Then the witch comes in and does this. Absolutely unacceptable. I'm pissed off. I'm pissed off right now. And the Dunbar Witch is moving on to the second round, and so are we. Our first matchup in round 2 of our CR5 tournament pits the Gorgon versus Ruin Grinder. Who's gonna win? There's only one way to find out. We gotta roll. The Ruin Grinder will be up first. They're gonna use their multi-attack and make 2 excavator attacks. A 2 plus 9 is gonna miss. A 19 plus 9 is gonna hit. 2d6 plus 6 force damage. 11 points of force damage. In addition, the target must succeed on a DC 17 strength saving throw or be pushed 10 feet away and knocked prone. Whoa! An 11 plus 5 is going to fail. The Gorgon's turn. They're going to get up from prone and make a gore attack. The Ruin Grinder is immune to petrified, so that's why the Gorgon can't use their petrifying breath. A 2 plus 8 is going to miss. The Ruin Grinder's turn. 2 more excavator attacks. That's a nat 20. DC 17 strength saving throw. A 13 plus 5 is going to succeed. Attack number 2. An 8 plus 9 is going to miss. 22 points of force damage. The Gorgon's turn. Gore attack. A 6 plus 8 is going to miss. The Ruin Grinder's turn. 2 excavator attacks. A 7 plus 9 is going to miss. And a 9 plus 9 is going to miss. The Gorgon's turn. Gore attack. A 2 plus 8 is not going to do it. The Ruin Grinder's turn. 2 excavator attacks. So many 2s. It's not going to work. It's just not going to work. A 14 plus 9 is going to hit. 17 points of damage. DC 17 strength saving throw. A 7 plus 5 is going to fail. The Gorgon's turn. They're going to get up from prone and do a gore attack. There we go. An 11 plus 8 is going to hit. 2d12 plus 5 piercing damage. Ooh, bad roll. 11 points of piercing damage. The Ruin Grinder's turn. 2 excavator attacks. And that is a natural 1. That is a natural 20. Okay, Ruin Grinder. 24 points of damage. DC 17 strength saving throw. A 4+5 is gonna fail. The Gorgon's turn. They're gonna get up from prone and do a gore attack at advantage. What is happening? That is gonna miss with advantage. The Ruin Grinder's turn. 2 excavator attacks. A 12+9 is gonna hit. DC 17 strength saving throw. A 5+5 is gonna fail. The Gorgon is prone. Second excavator attack at advantage. A 17+9 is gonna hit. 29 points of damage. What a beatdown. The Gorgon's turn. They're gonna get up from prone and do a gore attack. There we go. A 19 on the dice is gonna hit. Oh my gosh. Terrible. 11 points of damage. The Ruin Grinder's turn. 2 excavator attacks. They could finish it right here. That's a natural 1. Okay, a 5+9 is gonna miss. Back to the Gorgon. Gore attack at advantage. A 15+8 is gonna hit. What are these rolls? 13 points of damage. The Ruin Grinder's turn. 2 excavator attacks. A 12+9 is gonna hit. DC 17 strength saving throw. A 3+5 is gonna fail. Second excavator attack at advantage. On a hit, the Gorgon will be down. And with a 16+9, that is gonna hit, and minimum damage takes down the Gorgon. Wow, oh wow. That might have been the worst rolling I have ever done for a monster. With a +8 to hit, they hit on an 8 or better, and they just could not do it. 3 hits in 7 rounds, plus a few times with advantage. My goodness, and those damage rolls were garbage. That's the IFC. The dice are gonna tell their story. I just don't know what to tell you. And the Ruin Grinder is moving on to the semifinals. Our next round 2 matchup of our CR5 tournament pits the Young Deep Dragon versus Mindwitness. Who's gonna win? There's only one way to find out. We gotta roll. The Young Deep Dragon will be up first. Gonna use their Nightmare Breath. Exhales a cloud of spores in a 30-foot cone. Each creature must make a DC 14 Wisdom saving throw. An 11+5 is gonna save. 4d10 psychic damage halved. Oh my gosh. Okay. Look what happened. Do you see that? It landed on the edge. It landed on the edge. What the heck? That is crazy. We're gonna count it. We gotta count it. Back to where we were. Okay. So that is 5, 5, 8, plus the 8 on the ledge. 26 points of psychic damage, halved to 13. The Mindwitness's turn. Gonna use their multi-attack and use their eye ray 3 times. Number 1 is a Stunning Ray. DC 13 Constitution saving throw. That's a natural 1. Eye ray number 2 is a Telekinetic Ray, and because the Young Deep Dragon is stunned, they automatically fail strength saving throws. The Mindwitness is going to move them straight up into the air, and they are restrained. Reroll repeats. Reroll. Reroll. What the heck is going on? Let's re-roll again. Thought I was in a time loop. Eye ray number 3 is a Fear Ray, but the Young Deep Dragon is immune to the Frightened condition, so that will have no effect. The Young Deep Dragon's turn. A 2 on the dice. They do not recharge Nightmare Breath. The Young Deep Dragon is stunned and restrained 30 feet in the air, so they cannot do anything. At the end of their turn, they can repeat the saving throw for Stunning Ray. DC 13 Constitution save. A 15+6 is gonna save. The Mindwitness's turn. At the start of their turn, the Young Deep Dragon is released from Telekinetic Ray, but because the Young Deep Dragon can fly, they will not take any fall damage. The Mindwitness is gonna use their 3 eye rays again. Eye ray number 1 is Telekinetic Ray. DC 13 strength saving throw. And that is a natural 20. Eye ray number 2 is an Aversion Ray. DC 13 Charisma saving throw. 17+6 is gonna save. Eye ray number 3 is a Psychic Ray. DC 13 Intelligence saving throw. And that's a 7+1, that is gonna fail. 68 psychic damage. Ooh, that's a good roll. 36 points of psychic damage, but the Young Deep Dragon is resistant to psychic damage, so they're only gonna take 18 points of damage. The Young Deep Dragon's turn. Nightmare Breath does recharge, and the Young Deep Dragon's gonna use it. DC 14 Wisdom saving throw. A 17 plus 5 is gonna pass. 20 points of psychic damage, halved to 10. The Mind Witness's turn. 3 more eye rays. Eye ray number 1 is an aversion ray. DC 13 charisma saving throw. A 17 plus 6 is gonna pass. Eye ray number 2 is a fear ray, but the deep dragon is immune to frightened. Number 3 is a telekinetic ray. DC 13 strength saving throw. A 2 plus 4 is gonna fail. The deep dragon is restrained and moved 30 feet away from the Mind Witness. The deep dragon's turn. Nightmare Breath does recharge, but because the Mind Witness has the deep dragon in their telekinesis, the deep dragon's 30-foot cone will not reach the Mind Witness. The deep dragon's gonna hold a bite attack if the Mind Witness comes within melee range. The Mind Witness's turn. 3 more eye rays. Eye ray number 1 is a fear ray. Deep dragon is immune to frightened. Eye ray number 2 is a stunning ray. DC 13 constitution saving throw. An 11 plus 6 is gonna pass. Eye ray number 3 is a slowing ray. DC 13 dexterity saving throw. A 9 plus 4 is exactly what they need to pass. The young deep dragon's turn. They're gonna use their Nightmare Breath. DC 14 wisdom saving throw. A 9 plus 5 does save. 23 points of psychic damage, halved to 11. The Mind Witness's turn. 3 more eye rays. Eye ray number 1, aversion ray. DC 13 charisma saving throw. A 2 plus 6 is gonna fail, which means the target has disadvantage on attack rolls for 1 minute. Eye ray number 2 is a fear ray. The deep dragon is immune to fear. Eye ray number 3 is a slowing ray. DC 13 dexterity saving throw. A 4 plus 4 is gonna fail, which means the deep dragon's speed is halved. The creature also can't take reactions and can either take an action or a bonus action, but not both. The deep dragon's turn. Nightmare Breath does recharge, and they are gonna use it. DC 14 wisdom saving throw. A 15 plus 5 is gonna save. 14 points of damage, halved to 7. At the end of their turn, they can repeat the saving throws for aversion ray and slowing ray. First, aversion ray. A 10 plus 6 is gonna save. Now slowing ray. A 10 plus 4 is also gonna save. The Mind Witness's turn. 3 more eye rays. Eye ray number 1, psychic ray. DC 13 intelligence saving throw. A 4 plus 1 is gonna fail. 33 points of psychic damage, halved to 16. Ray number 2, aversion ray. DC 13 charisma saving throw. A 7 plus 6 is gonna save. Eye ray number 3, slowing ray. DC 13 dexterity saving throw. And that is a natural 1. The deep dragon's turn. Nightmare Breath does recharge. They're gonna use it. DC 14 wisdom saving throw. A 3 plus 5 is gonna fail. 19 points of psychic damage. And the Mind Witness is frightened of the deep dragon for 1 minute. At the end of the deep dragon's turn, a DC 13 dexterity saving throw for slowing ray. A 19 plus 4 is gonna save. The Mind Witness's turn. 3 more eye rays. Eye ray number 1, stunning ray. DC 13 constitution saving throw. A 13 plus 6 is gonna save. Eye ray number 2, psychic ray. DC 13 intelligence saving throw. A 13 plus 1 is gonna save. Eye ray number 3, aversion ray. DC 13 charisma saving throw. And that is a natural 1. At the end of the Mind Witness's turn, DC 14 wisdom saving throw for frightened. And that's a natural 1. The Mind Witness is still frightened. The deep dragon's turn. Nightmare Breath does recharge. They said I couldn't do it. They said I couldn't do it. How many breath weapon recharges has that been? No one should be coming at me anymore. Because look at that. Look at that. I can do it. DC 14 wisdom saving throw. A 17 plus 5 is going to save. 21 points of psychic damage, halved to 10. At the end of their turn, DC 13 charisma saving throw for aversion ray. That's another natural 1. The Mind Witness's turn. 3 more eye rays. Eye ray number 1, fear ray. Deep dragon immune to frightened. Eye ray number 2, telekinetic ray. DC 13 strength saving throw. 16 plus 4, that is gonna save. Eye ray number 3, psychic ray. DC 13 intelligence saving throw. An 8 plus 1 is gonna fail. 23 points of psychic damage, halved to 11. At the end of the Mind Witness's turn, DC 14 wisdom save for frightened. A 5 plus 5 is gonna fail. The deep dragon's turn. Nightmare Breath does not recharge. They're gonna use their multi-attack, 1 bite, and 2 claw attacks. Because of aversion ray, these are gonna be at disadvantage. A 7 plus 7 is just going to miss. Claw attack number 1. A 6 plus 7 is gonna miss. And on claw attack number 2, hits with the 15, 1d6 plus 4 slashing damage. Minimum damage, takes out the Mindwitness. Oh my goodness. The Mindwitness be crazy, y'all. Was that the best strategy for the Mindwitness to stick with the eye rays? I don't know. I do not know. The Young Deep Dragon is moving on to the semifinals. Our next round 2 matchup of our CR5 tournament pits the Triceratops versus Night Scavver. Who's gonna win? There's only one way to find out. We gotta roll. The Triceratops will be up first. Gonna make a gore attack and use their trampling charge feature. That's a 2 on the dice, plus 9. Their gore attack is going to miss. The Night Scavver's turn. They're gonna make a bite attack. A 16 plus 8 is gonna hit. 4d10 plus 5 piercing damage. 21 points of piercing damage. The Triceratops' turn. Gore attack. An 8 plus 9 is gonna hit. 48 plus 6 piercing damage. 27 points of piercing damage. The Night Scavver's turn. They're gonna make a bite attack. And they get advantage if the target is a creature that is missing any of its hit points. An 8 plus 8 is gonna hit. 18 points of damage. The Triceratops' turn. They're gonna make a gore attack. Poor dinosaur. That is a natural 1. The Night Scavver's turn. Bite attack at advantage. A 14 plus 8 is gonna hit. 26 points of damage. The Triceratops' turn. Back against the ropes. They need to send it hard here. They're going to leave the Night Scavver's melee range to set up their trampling charge attack, which means the Night Scavver gets an opportunity attack, bite attack. That's a natural 20. With a total of 59 points of damage, the Triceratops goes down on an attack of opportunity, and space defeats the dinosaurs once again. And the Night Scavver is moving on to the semifinals. Our final round 2 matchup of our CR5 tournament pits the Mezoth versus Dunbar Witch. Who's gonna win? There's only one way to find out. We gotta roll! The Dunbar Witch will be up first. Gonna use their multi-attack, makes 2 poison dagger attacks, can replace one of these attacks with spell casting, and that's what they're gonna do. They're gonna cast their once a day spell, Bestow Curse. You touch a creature and that creature must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or become cursed for the duration. The Mezoth has a feature called Magic Resistance. The Mezoth has advantage on saving throws against spells and other magical effects. A 7 plus 0 is gonna fail. The curse bestowed is while cursed, the target must make a wisdom saving throw at the start of each of its turns. If it fails, it wastes its action that turn doing nothing. And they'll do their poison dagger attack. That is a natural 20. 2d4 plus 2 piercing plus 12d6 poison damage, but the Mezoth is immune to poison damage. 7 points of piercing damage. The Mezoth is also resistant to non-magical piercing damage, so that's only going to be 3 points of damage. The Mezoth's turn. At the start of their turn, wisdom saving throw. A 6 plus 0 is not going to do it. And so, the Mezoth does nothing on their turn, and it is now the Dunbar Witch's turn. They're going to use their Shattered Shards action. The witch targets a point it can see within 30 feet. The air there magically solidifies into a mirror-like pane, then shatters in a 15-foot cone. Each creature must make a DC 16 dexterity saving throw, at advantage because of magic resistance. A 12 plus 0 is going to fail. 10d4 force damage. 24 points of force damage. The Mezoth's turn. DC 16 wisdom saving throw. 19 plus 0 is gonna succeed. The Mezoth's gonna cast their twice a day spell, Dispel Magic. Choose one creature, object, or magical effect within range. Any spell of 3rd level or lower on that target ends. So they cast Dispel Magic on themselves, and Bestow Curse ends. The Dunbar Witch's turn. They're gonna use their once a day action, Polymorph Concoction. The witch hurls a bottle of liquid at a point up to 20 feet away, shatters into a cloud of magical smoke that fills a 10-foot radius sphere. Each creature must succeed on a DC 16 wisdom saving throw. Advantage because of magic resistance. A 10 plus 0 is gonna fail, which means the Mezoth is transformed into a creature as if under the effects of a polymorph spell. Roll a d4. And that is what the Mezoth turns into. They turn into a lizard. The Mezoth's turn. As a lizard, they're going to bite the Dunbar Witch. They're spinning. The lizard is spinning. What's it gonna be? A 4. +0 is gonna miss. The Dunbar Witch's turn. Prep spell for themselves and cast Mage Armor on themselves. The Mezoth Lizard's turn. They're just gonna try to bite the witch again. An 11 +0 is gonna miss. The Dunbar Witch's turn. They're gonna use Shattered Shards on the Mezoth Lizard. DC 16 Dexterity saving throw. And because the Mezoth is a lizard, they won't have magic resistance for this one. And that's a natural 1. 27 points of force damage. 2 points of damage knocks a Mezoth lizard out of lizard form, and the rest of the 25 points of damage goes to the Mezoth. The Mezoth's turn. Gonna cast their once-a-day spell, Cloud Kill. Creates a 20-foot radius sphere of poisonous yellow-green fog centered on a point. When a creature enters the spell's area for the first time on a turn or starts its turn there, that creature must make a Constitution saving throw. And it is now the Dunbar Witch's turn. First, a DC 11 Constitution saving throw. A 9 +0 is gonna fail. 5d8 poison damage. 16 points of poison damage. And they're gonna use Shattered Shards on the Mezoth. DC 16 Dexterity saving throw. An 18 +0 is gonna succeed. 10d4 force damage halved. 27 points of force damage halved to 13. And the Mezoth has to make a DC 10 concentration check. A 10 +3 is gonna succeed. The Mezoth's turn. They're gonna use their multi-attack. 1 claw and 1 trident attack. That's a natural 20 with the claws. Now the trident. A 6 +7 is a 13. That misses. 44 +4 slashing damage. 11 points of slashing damage. The Dunbar Witch's turn. First, a DC 11 Constitution saving throw for Cloud Kill. A 13 +0 is gonna save. 5d8 poison damage halved. 21 points of poison damage halved to 10. The Dunbar Witch is gonna use Shattered Shards again. DC 16 Dexterity saving throw. The Mezoth has to save here to have a chance. Let's see. And a 13 +0 is gonna fail. Minimum damage will take down the Mezoth. Man, oh man, this witch got tricks. They got a bag, man. What they did to the Earth Elemental and them just playing games with the Mezoth, this witch might have it. And the Dunbar Witch is moving on to the semifinals, and so are we. Our first semifinal bout of our CR5 tournament pits the Ruin Grinder versus Young Deep Dragon. Who's gonna win? There's only one way to find out. We gotta roll. The Ruin Grinder will be up first. Gonna use their multi-attack. 2 excavator attacks. A 7 +9 is exactly what they need to hit. On a hit, the target must make a DC 17 strength saving throw or be pushed 10 feet away and knocked prone. A 12 +4 is gonna fail. So the Young Deep Dragon is prone, and the Ruin Grinder's next excavator attack will be at advantage. A 17 +9 is gonna hit. 4d6 +12 force damage. 31 points of damage. The Young Deep Dragon's turn. They're gonna use their Nightmare Breath. Exhales a cloud of spores in a 30-foot cone. Each creature must make a DC 14 Wisdom saving throw. A 19 +0 is gonna save. 40-10 psychic damage halved. 20 points of psychic damage halved to 10. The Ruin Grinder's turn. 2 more excavator attacks. A 3 +9 is gonna miss. An 11 +9 is gonna hit. DC 17 strength saving throw. A 9 +4 is gonna fail. 16 points of force damage. The Young Deep Dragon's turn. A 6 on the dice. Nightmare Breath does recharge. Gonna get up from prone and use their Nightmare Breath. DC 14 Wisdom saving throw. A 4 +0 is gonna fail. 28 points of psychic damage. And the Ruin Grinder would be frightened of the dragon, but the Ruin Grinder is immune to the frightened condition. Now the Ruin Grinder's turn. 2 more excavator attacks. A 12 +9 is gonna hit. DC 17 strength saving throw. A 9 +4 is gonna fail. With the Young Deep Dragon prone, the next excavator attack will be at advantage. A 15 +9 is gonna hit. 28 points of damage. The Young Deep Dragon's turn. Nightmare Breath does recharge. They're gonna get up from prone and use Nightmare Breath. DC 14 Wisdom saving throw. That's a natural 1. That is gonna fail. 31 points of psychic damage. Oh my goodness, we have a match here. The Ruin Grinder's turn. 2 excavator attacks. A 17 +9 is gonna hit. DC 17 strength saving throw. They need a 13 or higher right here. A 9 +4 is not gonna do it. The Young Deep Dragon goes prone. Attack number 2. Oh my goodness. A 2 plus 9's gonna miss. The young deep dragon has a chance. That is gonna be a total of 10 points of damage. The deep dragon's turn. Breath weapon does not recharge. The deep dragon's gonna get up from prone, and they're gonna do their multi-attack. 1 bite and 2 claw attacks. Oh, that's so bad. An 8 plus 7 is a 15. That misses. Only 1 claw hit. 1d6 plus 4 slashing damage. 6 points of damage. My, oh my, and it is the Ruin Grinder's turn. 2 excavator attacks. Any hit will take down the deep dragon. Attack number 1. And that is a 16 plus 9. Minimum damage takes down the young deep dragon. They had a real chance. The Ruin Grinder left the door open, and the deep dragon could not take advantage of that. And the Ruin Grinder is moving on to the finals. Our second semifinal bout of our CR5 tournament pits the Night Scavver versus Dunbar Witch. Who's gonna win? There's only one way to find out. We gotta roll. The Night Scavver will be up first. They're gonna do their bite attack. That is a natural 20. 8d10 plus 5 piercing damage. 53 points of damage. Wow, what an incredible start. The Dunbar Witch's turn. They're gonna use their multi-attack. 2 poison dagger attacks can replace one of these attacks with spell casting. They're gonna cast their once a day spell, Bestow Curse. You touch a creature, that creature must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or become cursed. A 2 plus 0 is gonna fail. While cursed, the target must make a wisdom saving throw at the start of each of its turns. If it fails, it wastes its action that turn doing nothing. Poison dagger attack. A 7 plus 5 is a 12. That misses. The Night Scavver's turn. DC 16 wisdom saving throw. That's a 7 plus 0. That's gonna fail, which means the Night Scavver does nothing on their turn. The Dunbar Witch's turn. They're gonna use their multi-attack, 1 dagger attack, and they're gonna cast Mage Armor on themselves. A 3 plus 5 is gonna miss. The Night Scavver's turn. DC 16 Wisdom saving throw. A 4 plus 0 is gonna fail. The Night Scavver does nothing on their turn. It is the Dunbar Witch's turn. They're gonna make 2 poison dagger attacks. 2 3s. That is 2 misses. The Night Scavver's turn. DC 16 Wisdom saving throw. What is happening? That is a natural 1. The Night Scavver does nothing on their turn. The Dunbar Witch's turn. They're gonna make 2 poison dagger attacks. Okay, there we go. 2 16s, both of those will hit. 2d4 plus 4 piercing damage plus 12d6 poison damage. 50 points of damage. The Night Scavver's turn. DC 16 Wisdom saving throw. A 5 plus 0 is not gonna do it. They do nothing on their turn. The Dunbar Witch's turn. They're gonna make 2 more poison dagger attacks. A 12 plus 5 is gonna hit, so that is 2 hits. Oh my gosh. They could do it here. 32 on attack number 1. 60. Oh my gosh. 65. With 32 points of damage on hit number 1 and 33 points of damage on hit number 2. A total of 65 points of damage. And the Dunbar Witch comes back and defeats the Night Scavver. Holy cow. What just happened? That was madness. And the Dunbar Witch is moving on to the championships. The championship of the CR5 tournament is here. Ruin Grinder versus Dunbar Witch. Who's gonna win? There's only one way to find out. We gotta roll. The Dunbar Witch will be up first. Gonna cast Bestow Curse on the Ruin Grinder. You touch a creature and that creature must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or become cursed. That is massive. A 19 plus 0 saves on Bestow Curse. The biggest roll of the tournament. The Dunbar Witch also gets to do 1 poison dagger attack. A 10 plus 5 is gonna miss. The Ruin Grinder's turn. They're gonna make 2 excavator attacks. A 17 plus 9 is gonna hit. The creature must succeed on a DC 17 strength saving throw or be pushed 10 feet away and knocked prone. A 16 plus 1 saves. Attack number 2. A 14 plus 9 is gonna hit. DC 17 strength saving throw. A 12 plus 1 is gonna fail. 46 plus 12 force damage. 33 points of damage. The Dunbar Witch's turn. Gonna use their once per day action Polymorph Concoction. The witch hurls a bottle of liquid at a point up to 20 feet away, shatters into a cloud of magical smoke that fills a 10-foot sphere. Each creature must succeed on a DC 16 wisdom saving throw. A 6 plus 0 is gonna fail. The Ruin Grinder transforms into a creature as if under the polymorph spell. Roll a d4, a 3, which means the Ruin Grinder turns into a lizard. It is now the Ruin Grinder lizard's turn. Going to try to bite the witch. A 9 plus 0 is gonna miss. It is now the Dunbar Witch's turn. The witch is gonna cast their at-will spell, Mage Armor, on themselves, increasing their AC to 15. It is now the Ruin Grinder Lizard's turn. They are gonna try to bite the witch. A 13 plus 0 misses because of the Mage Armor. The Dunbar Witch's turn. They're gonna use their ability, Shattered Shards. Targets a point it can see within 30 feet. The air there magically solidifies into a mirror-like pane, then shatters in a 15-foot cone. Each creature must make a DC 16 Dexterity saving throw. A 6 plus 0 is gonna fail. 10d4 force damage. 30 points of force damage. 2 points goes to the lizard, which knocks the Ruin Grinder out of polymorph, and the rest of the 28 points of damage goes to the Ruin Grinder. The Ruin Grinder's turn. They're gonna make 2 excavator attacks. An 11 plus 9 is gonna hit. DC 17 strength saving throw. A 10 plus 1 is gonna fail, which means the witch is now prone. Excavator attack number 2 will be at advantage. A 19 plus 9 is gonna hit. 21 points of force damage. The Dunbar Witch's turn. Gonna use Shattered Shards. DC 16 Dexterity saving throw. A 12 plus 1 is gonna fail. 22 points of force damage. The Ruin Grinder's turn. 2 excavator attacks. A 12 plus 9 is gonna hit. This is a massive save. DC 17 strength saving throw. A 17 plus 1 is going to save. The witch is not prone, which means the second excavator attack will be straight up. 5 or lower on this dice, and the witch has a chance. And that's a 5. A 5 plus 9. A 14 misses the witch. But we gotta roll damage. A total of 9 on these 2d6, and the witch will be down. Oh my gosh. And that's a 5 plus 6, 11 points of damage. And it is now the Dunbar Witch's turn. They have to go for Shattered Shards. DC 16 Dexterity saving throw. And a natural 20 from the Ruin Grinder. There's no way the witch can take out the Ruin Grinder with this now. 26 points of force damage, halved to 13. The Ruin Grinder's turn. 2 excavator attacks. On a 6 or better, the Ruin Grinder will hit, and minimum damage will take out the Dunbar Witch. And with a 13 on the dice, plus 9, that hits, and minimum damage takes down the Dunbar Witch, and the Ruin Grinder is your CR5 champion! They had such a favorable matchup in round 1. Round 2, immune to petrify, and just a hard-fought matchup against the young Deep Dragon. To be honest, I did not see this coming. And the Ruin Grinder is your CR5 champion. My name is Brandon, and I'll see you next time on Interplanar Fighting Championships.